Hey, I almost didn't hit record today, but after weeks living with the S95TR, I had one of those this changes everything moments I have to talk about. This isn't for someone who says soundbars are fine. This is for the kind of person who notices when explosions don't shake the room, when music feels flat, when dialogue just floats instead of anchoring you into the scene. You're the person who senses presence in audio, the unspoken depth that makes every moment feel intentional. Before you go deeper, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Systems like this don't stay still, and the ones that truly elevate your experience tend to move in price and stock faster than you expect. You know that moment I'm talking about, that invisible line where your current setup stops being good enough and starts feeling like a limitation? For me, it was during a movie night. Big action scene, great picture, but the sound felt detached. I knew something was missing. That's when I realized I had outgrown compromise. Putting the S95TR in place didn't just boost volume, it filled the room with intention. Sound stopped being a flat layer coming from one direction and became an environment that wrapped around you. Explosions had weight, ambience had dimension, music had texture. Suddenly, movies felt lived in, not just watched. I've used this system in so many real-life moments: late-night film marathons where every subtle cue mattered, weekend gaming where spatial cues changed how I reacted, playlists that finally had body in space, and even quieter TV nights where dialogue landed without hunting for the remote. The wireless sub adds real low-end presence, and the surrounds don't just fill gaps, they pull you into the story. You don't think about channel counts when you're sitting there. You feel impact. Don't stall because you think I'll wait for a better deal or maybe next month. That hesitation is exactly what leads to regret, the kind where you look back and think, I should have pulled the trigger when I had the chance. If you're wondering whether a system this complete is worth it, let me reshape the thought. Once you feel immersive sound that lives around you instead of just being louder, simpler setups feel hollow. This doesn't just amplify audio, it brings clarity, depth, and intention. Here's something most people don't expect: it doesn't just make things louder, it makes them feel real. Music suddenly has layers you didn't notice before. Explosions feel like events, not just noise. Dialogue becomes anchored instead of floating in space. And over time, you start noticing moments you used to miss. You hear ambience with purpose, music finally breathes with space, effects hit with solid presence, dialogue feels grounded and natural, your whole room becomes part of the experience. Yes, it takes a bit of room to open up fully, and once you hear true Dolby Atmos, lesser setups feel thin. Eventually you stop cycling through options and pick the one that already feels right, the one that keeps pulling you back when you think, maybe this is enough. So check the current availability and price now. If you've been waiting for the sign that your home audio deserves the level of presence and immersion you've always sensed was possible, this is it.